Now let's very quickly see what were the causes of the Civil War. First, definitely slavery issue. We have just discussed it over here. Northern states, they were mostly, again I'm repeating, they were free people, right? They earned their bread, they earned their livelihood, they worked and they earned, and it was mostly these people who were more pressing on no taxation without representation, human dignity, liberty, equality. This was propagated by them, and they felt that slavery is totally morally wrong. But the southern state, which was an agrarian economy, it totally dependent on the plantations. Now, you need somebody to work upon. Now, what happened? This whole slavery was profitable basically to the southern state social order, and now they wanted that it should expand to the west part also. Other thing, that harsh slave codes were there, right? Punishments were given, denial of the rights were condemned. All this were condemned by the North, and it saw slavery as evil. Now, when, or this is a little extra information, when you will be writing essay, you can definitely give the example of Rosa Parks, ठीक है, Martin Luther King Jr., and finally Abraham Lincoln. So Rosa Parks, she was a black woman, okay, she was traveling in the public transport, and some white men came and asked her to give the seat. Now she refused to give the seat. It was the first incident, okay, it was the first incident where they saw the refusal of the seat by a black woman, okay, she was a black woman. So this sparked the movement further, and it was Martin Luther King who further worked for ending the slavery. And finally we see with Abraham Lincoln, when he becomes the first black president of US, that slavery had come to an end. Okay. So what happened? By the middle 19th century, US was divided into the northern free states and the southern slave states. Now you understand why northern states are known as free states, carrying forward the ideas of Renaissance, ठीक है, क्योंकि they are coming from Europe. Constitutional issue. Now see here, as the new territories, they joined the Union. Now there was a question that would they join the slavery or not? Southern states, yes. Northern states, no. So Southern wanted to expand this into the new territories, because understand, the American Revolution was fought on this whole concept that it was also kind of tax slavery which British government was doing to the colonists in US prior to this. So they are fighting whole point for this. Now again, if they allow the conception of slavery, now this is going against their ethos. What about all the war they fought here, right? So what happens over here, that northern state, they resisted this expansion and feared this spread of slave-based oligarchy. What does this mean? Oligarchy are a group of rich people, right? They will carry forward this slave economy. So this conflict sharpened, and there was a severe sectional rivalry between the north and the south. Now, the third cause over here is about the representation and the balance of power. In Congress, we saw that South wanted the equal representation to protect the slavery. But because in the northern part, what is happening? Lot of work opportunities are coming, which is favoring the migrants. So definitely it is more urbanized. So people will more migrate to the northern state compared to the rural agricultural states of the south. So North's growing population and free state, it tilted the balance in its favor. Southern leaders, they feared being outvoted and losing the influence. Now, fourth point which we see here is fear of Republican Party and Abraham Lincoln. The Republican Party was formed in 1850 and it has opposed the conception of slavery to the new territories. And Abraham Lincoln, finally, he himself was the first black president. He was elected, was seen as complete threat to slavery's survival. Right? Now, the southern states, they completely felt that their life was under attack. Now, this was also one of the oligarchist, you can say, business tactics, that they wanted the expansion, because we will see that the economy, it mostly runs on the business. Economy is equal to power, right? More you are able to get resources from the economy, more authority you are going to get. So that's why they wanted to control this whole manpower of the slave trade. Now, there were various sectional and the economic differences. The northern state, definitely it's the same thing, industrial economy, wage, tariff protection, right? Emphasis was more on the commerce. And in the southern economy, all these people, they wanted the free trade, okay, so that they can sell the products abroad. Now, tariffs over here definitely became another bone of contention between the north and the southern states. Now, what was the course of war? That after Lincoln's election, 7 southern states, they seceded, right? I've told you they got separated. Southern Carolina was the first state, and it was later joined by the other 4, forming the Confederate State of America. Okay. Now, what happened? These 7 plus 4, okay, these states, they attacked on the Fort Sumter, and it marked the official start of the war. Now, understand that the early war over here was when these Confederates from the Southern America, they had initially won the major victories. Okay, the first Battle of Bull Run. Then there was a Union strategy which was known as Anaconda Plan. Anaconda is a huge snake, will come and engulf the whole part. That's why maybe they have given this name, Anaconda Plan, which will blockade the southern ports. Now, if you block the economy, we'll see in French Revolution also, right? If you block the economy, everything disrupts. The whole life goes from here to there, because everything is about economy. You must have seen China is never a geopolitical state. China is more a geo-economic state, right? It always tries to maintain its economy, right? And the control of Mississippi River to split the Confederacy. Now, turning points. First of all, the Battle of Antietam, the bloodiest single day, it halted the Confederate advance, right? The southern people were totally stopped. And then Emancipation Proclamation. Now, Abraham Lincoln, he had himself declared that all the slaves in the rebel territory, are free, okay, and they turned the war into fight against the slavery. It was, this declaration was made. Then there was Battle of Gettysburg, okay, and this led to the decisive victory of the US. And finally, the Confederacy, you can say, of South, it was forced onto a defensive move. Finally, over here, Sherman's march to the sea. Okay, over here, what happens? The Union's total war, it destroyed the southern economy. I have already discussed this, that economy is equal to empire. If you hamper someone's economy, definitely it is going to hamper the empire. That's what China does by its trade tariffs, right? All you will see, China will never come in front and fight the war, although it has technology, but it will always have these economic wars. It will try to hamper the economy, right? End was that the Confederate, they totally surrendered, and after this, definitely